Check out thechosenprime.com in the link in the description below for this and other great items.
Alright everyone, welcome to another Radio Free Cybertron Reviews, RFC Reviews. I'm your host Diecast, and today we have Fans Toys Spindrift, who is their FT-27. We'll get Spindrift out of the way here. We'll take a quick look at the packaging. You have Spindrift, you have Fans Toys. Up on the top you have Spindrift, FT-27, Fans Toys 2017. You get a nice artwork of Spindrift in robot and vehicle mode. On the side you get Spindrift. On the back you get just photos of the actual toy. Fans Toys 2014 on the back. 2017, 2014. Maybe that was a mistake, or maybe that's when they started printing the dates on there, or if that's... Sounds like it feels like they've been around longer than 2014, so I'm not going to say that was the year they were created, but who knows, maybe it was. And Spindrift 2017 down on the bottom, and even though this is a smaller figure, it comes in the same packaging that we've come to expect from Fans Toys, which is my absolute favorite packaging of all the manufacturers. You do get the collector's card with a nice picture of Spindrift on the front. And on the back you get some tech specs. And you get a bio, which is really, really small. But there it is if you want to read it. And actually it's pretty long. I thought it was just in other languages. There's the second part. And there's the third part. So more than just a bio, it's almost like a book. But go ahead, and the only other thing he comes with other than what you see right here is the additional head, which is more squared off. This is more toy accurate, I believe, and that is in a hole that is really hard to get out. And what I have is a plastic spudger tool, and anyone who has Transformers should pick these up. tfradio.net/Amazon. You can get these things. I got a pack of like 6 or 8 for like $3. Has a nice little sharp edge here, and a pointy edge here. A lot of people use these for fixing cell phones. These are very common cell phone repair tools. But yeah. Friends don't let friends use screwdrivers and metal objects on transforming figures. So use these. It would help. But I got the head out with this because it was very, very hard to get out. But we got a nice close-up on the head. They did an excellent job. Just goes on a ball peg, but there is a screw in the back if you want to separate it before you pop it on, which is a good idea. I'm actually... I like this head a little bit bigger, a little bit better, but I do like that this is animation accurate, or more animation accurate than the toy head, so I'm going to stick with the other head, even though I kind of like that one a little bit more. I just like the toys. I just like the animation accuracy. So, get that out of the way. Just wanted to do a size comparison so you can see how big the box actually is. There you have a Voyager Transformers box next to Spindrift, so you can see it is a very tiny box. Just a tiny box. And it's almost about the same width as the Voyager figure box. So, get those out of the way. You do get instructions, as you would assume, and they are pretty good. I didn't have any problems with their instructions. And then on the back there, you get some more. And let's go ahead and take a look at Spindrift himself. His head is on a ball joint. He can look down that much. He can look up that much, which Isn't that much, but you get his head up a little bit. Arms can do a full 360. They can go out, they can go down, they can go around. They got a double jointed elbow, get you more than 90 degrees. The hands can spin. You do have these guns on the side here, which you can remove if you want to, and you also have to remove them for transformation. We'll go ahead and get in there. He has a nice waist swivel. Universal on his legs. They can go forward, backward, almost back all the way, out, almost out all the way. You have a double jointed knee. You get really nice bends. You do get a ankle rocker right there. And then you get a little forward, not really forward, but you do get back due to transformation and this extra hinge up here. So you can get him in a lot of cool poses. Again, also this can rotate. And a lot of people like to leave it straight out. I like to just put it back just a tiny bit. It doesn't make it look so tall. And it doesn't look bad from the side either. It's still, you know, in line with this back section here. Here's his back. You can see a couple screws. And the weight of this figure is really nice. The feet are pretty much all die cast, except you do have a little smudge on the windshield. You do have a little plastic for the windshields, translucent blue, I believe. I don't know if they're clear or blue, but there's definitely some blue behind them, so they look blue. But yeah, he's an awesome figure, and he is a little bit skinnier, but it's not as bad as some of the other photos have made him out to be. Here he is with Bumblebee and Grump, and we'll get Bad Cube Brawny in here too, just for a size comparison. I think they all actually go really well together scale wise, and I'm really happy about that. And here he is with Legend Seaspray, so you can see, stand up Legend Seaspray, so you can get an idea of how they scale together. And obviously, I like the chunkiness of this guy, but this size is a lot better. You do get spinning propellers up here, which spin very nicely. And let's go ahead and take a look at his gun as we take that out. It's just blue plastic, but pretty nice design. A little bit of molded details in there. And these are the guns that plug into his hand. Right there. And they are very small. And mine were a tad bit crooked. Or bent when I got them. So, and what I had to do is I kind of bent them back, and it did kind of put a couple stress marks on there. But it's on the bottom side, doesn't bother me. I'm not even going to try and heat it up. We all see what happened last time I used a heat gun. So, I'm going to stay away from that. Let's go ahead and get into transformation on this guy. First thing you want to do is we're going to come back here, unfold these pieces right there, and we can go ahead and bring the legs down, and they're going to fold in just like that. There you go. And then before I close this up, just because there are some weapon options here, you're going to see two little slots right on each side there, right at the kneecap, and you can plug this gun in to the front, and then we'll close that all up. And that's pretty much the front of Seaspray done as you would expect. Then we're going to come down to the arms, and you just want to straighten them out. There is a crease or a little crack going through all these panels here. Just line them up. Turn the fist up and close the fingers. Same thing on this side. And there is a natural locking or stop point. You'll feel it when you're turning the arm. And do that same thing with the hand. Then we'll just line this up. And now what we want to do is come to the back, bring these sections up and around, just like so. We're going to pull these sides out right here. And this is going to free up this middle section. You can pull out just expand the waist, and then you're going to rotate his crotch section up, and the gun did fall out. So plug that back in. And then this piece right here goes right behind the gun. Just like that. And then you just want to keep everything nice and tight and in 45 nice straight lines and 45-degree angles. And we're going to pull this chest piece out. And up. When you pull this chest up, then you can just collapse all this. And there is a little catch point on the back there that this will lock into. There's two little nubs that just sit over top of this, the back of his waist piece. Then you can close this chest up, and then the next thing you want to do is we'll just bring down the arms and slot them in. And then you're basically going to have this, which now all you have to do is you take these sides, you're going to rotate them like this, pop them back in down here at the center, and then this tab right there will peg into the arm. And then this little flap right here will flip around to the top and fill in the gap up there. Same thing on this side. Bring that down. Bring this in. Peg that into the arm. And you do kind of give it a squeeze, and then it'll fully seat and line everything up. And then you can just close up this little flap right here, which again will fill in that top section. Now all you have to do is flip up his propellers, and then you want to turn his head all the way around and just push that in. And on mine, that's about as far as I can get it to go, so you can kind of see his eyes poking out right there. But if you angle the head down, you can hide the eyes just a little bit more. Just leave that, you just have that screw mark sticking out there on the back. And then, like I said, you can take these two guns and just plug them in right up top if you choose. And there you go. There you have Seaspray all weaponized up and ready to pew pew pew. And let's go ahead and take a quick look for size comparison. And here he is with Legend Seaspray. Just can you can see he's almost Legend sized, a little bit wider, but wow, it's pretty amazing how compact he gets. Definitely a beautiful job and a very good looking boat. Just all around really nice. I wish the head would have went in just a little bit more. That would have been preferable. Like I said, looks like that this is definitely the slide joint right there. But I just can't get it to go down any further, and I don't want to break it. So it is possible that I'm doing something wrong and it should go down a little bit more. But all in all, very nice figure. Definitely recommend picking it up. You can go ahead, just go over to thechosenprime.com right now. You can pick up this guy. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and we'll comment, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.